if you can't
Oh,
tell.
my gosh.
Okay, we're recording now. So we are interviewing 5 amazing women who either promoted last month or re-ranked or who are just killing it. So we're going to start with Tessa. And if you could just mute yourself, you just got on. Or if you're not talking, just mute yourself for now so we can hear everyone. Okay, so we're starting with Tessa. So if Tessa, you just want to introduce yourself and just start off with like your name, your rank, and just like how long did it take you to join?
Hi guys, I'm Tessa Callahan. I am an emerald, soon to be diamond. It took me about, I want to say I was watching Brooke for about 6 months before I joined. I joined this business because I had moved to a new state and a new town where I had no idea of anything or anyone. And I had applied to about 4 jobs to get one, and I didn't hear back from anyone, anything, none. And I had been living here for about a month now, and at that time I was like, I need something. I need it, and I need money now. And so I watched Brooke, and I messaged Brooke and said, hey, you got to tell me about this like right now because I need it. So that's how I got started, and by watching Brooke for about 6 months. I would say that right now is the best time for me to be doing this because I am going through things, and I'm pretty sure everyone's going through things. But right now, I really need that diamond bonus, and I'm pushing for it, as I hope everyone is. Like I said, I didn't have a job when I first started. I have been in it for about, I want to say 10 months. I joined in June 2019. Mm-hmm. But right now, I am hoping that this business, well, I should say hope, this business is going to pay for my student loans and hopefully my new house that I have to move to.
Yeah, so you guys, I just want you guys to hear that she said it took her 6 months to join. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. My computer's been acting weird. It took her 6 months to join. So if you guys have potentials and they just aren't jumping on, just know that it just takes them to see you guys be successful. So Tessa, what is currently working for you? Because obviously the last couple months you have just been killing it and just doing amazing. So what is working for you right now?
Right now, my biggest thing is consistency, because the first, the first 6 months I was in this business, I was with it, but I wasn't really with it. Like, I just wanted that extra $200 or so to pay for my car payment. But then after Christmas and everything, for the months of December and January, I didn't enroll anyone. I didn't enroll any customers. I didn't enroll any distributors. And at the time, I had negativity going through my head, and I wanted to quit. And I was close to texting Brooke, and I didn't because I don't know what clicked in my head, but I said I needed it. And then February, I went Ruby, and I also took my boyfriend's account Ruby. It took me, I don't know what that is, but like 8 months before I went Ruby. And then just last March, I went Emerald, like bang, bang, bang. And I would really have to say that consistency is what's getting me through this, and mostly following up, because I had customers order that I had messaged like months ago and I didn't even know they ordered.
Yeah, I love that you hit on that because I was going to say that, you guys. So Tessa joined in June, like she said, and when she first got started, she like enrolled so many customers. She got her shopping spree right away. She was on fire. She went executive pretty quick. I can't remember what month or how long it took her. And then it took her 7 or 8 months to go Ruby. And you guys, she just told you she didn't enroll for 2 months. And then she went Ruby that next month that she decided that she wanted this business and that she wanted it to work for her. And then she went Ruby and she took her boyfriend's account Ruby, and then she went Emerald, and she's so close to Diamond this month. So you guys just have to decide and never give up. If she would have quit, she would not be making this extra income that she needs right now with everything that's going on in her life. She needs this extra income, and she wouldn't have that if she would have quit 3 months ago. And now she's almost Diamond, which is literally going to be life-changing for her. I'm sure Emerald is life-changing, and Diamond's about to change her whole world. And I'm just so proud of her, and she's amazing. So just listen to her and listen that consistency is key, and just never give up. It doesn't matter how long it takes you to get to a rank. It will happen someday. You just have to stick it out. So the last question that I want to ask you is, what do you want It Works to do with you or do for you in the future?
Well, in the nearest future, coming up in about a year or so, I will be finishing college, so I will have to start paying off student loans. So that's my main priority. And then my biggest priority after that is going to be getting back to a normal routine of having Wyatt work like just daytimes, because we just started a new routine of him working nights, and it's not what we want to do. It's completely changing, and we don't like it, and I don't like it at all. So like I want to be able to get him back to where he's just working his day job instead of day and night.
I love that. Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you.
Okay, so now Sammy and Mallory will be going. So if you guys want to unmute yourselves.
Perfect. Oh, Tessa, that was so good. You're so inspiring, and that was super fun to hear. And it's like really fun to get to know like other people's stories. I feel like it can like hit home for so many people. All right, so I'm Sammy, and I'm gonna interview the stud Mallory. So how long did it take you to join?
Okay, so I'm Mallory.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Introduce yourself.
So I'm currently Emerald going Diamond. I've been in for a little bit over a year now. So I did watch Kara for a long time. I had multiple conversations with her. She knew I wanted to do it, and that like I just couldn't get myself to take the leap of faith. And she had even told me about Brooke, so I kind of like jumped on the bandwagon and kind of followed Brooke because I relate to her as far as like age-wise and the accounting stuff and whatnot, graduating college and whatnot. So like I would see Kara's post, I'd like lean my phone over and show Ben, my boyfriend, and be like, look what she's doing, look what she's accomplishing from home. Like it just amazed me. But I always talked myself out of it because I had previously done a network marketing company, and I never really took it that seriously. So like when I failed at it, I didn't really care. But I think just the fear of like people thinking I was just jumping into another like network marketing company, that I couldn't stick with something, that I like would just quit in a few months, like all that like really held me back. And so time went by, and I was sitting in my new accounting job that I had started for about 2 months, and Sammy called me, and she said that she had joined Kara's team. So like I knew that she was on a really strong team, and like obviously a lot of people on Kara's team is very successful. And so about 20 minutes later, after talking to Sammy, I hit the join button. I don't know if it just took that, like Sammy and I have had a relationship many years prior to this. So I don't know if it just took that person that I trusted to like believe in me and that I could do this. So yeah, I probably watched for about a year and a half, maybe a year to start.
Which we were friends for, I don't know, 4+ years. Like,
yeah.
So I think, yeah, that maybe made it a little easier when I called and was like, do it.
Yeah, pretty much. Just jumped in.
So that's basically kind of, well, what are other reasons why you joined? Like, what did you want from it?
Yeah, so like I said, I had just started my new accounting job, and I am very grateful for my job. I really love my job. However, sitting in an office all day isn't as easy as you would think. Like, it's just hard when I've lived a rodeo lifestyle all my life. And so like just being inside all day long, being stuck in that box, like not being able to like set my own hours or like go to the rodeos and whatnot, that was really hard for me.
Well, and your boyfriend travels.
Yeah. So he's out there doing it while I sit in my square and just work on the computer all day long. So that was really hard. Like I said, I'm very grateful for my job. However, like I had a lot of downtime. So like my mind would always wander as to like what I could be doing instead of sitting there. So I guess why initially it was just for the extra $500 a month, just like everybody starts for, you know, when you start, you don't expect it to like be more than that. But I just jumped in with like the $500 a month in my mind. And then I started using the products and I love the products. I never had used them before. So I think just falling in love with the products made it super easy to share them. And just knowing that like if I really do love them, then like everybody says network marketing is like a scam or whatever, but like if we're really selling products that work and that I love, then I felt so much better about it. And then I also fell in love with the team and just like their vision for more. So like just being surrounded by the right people, like mentally put me in a way better place. So I think that's when it shifted for me to just be like a side hobby to being more invested into it. And I will be the first to admit that like when I treat it like a business and like it is more, I get direct results from it. And, you know, I've been really hot and cold with it and it shows a lot. So what I love about it is it is always there. However, like, or it is always there, like if you have things going on or whatnot that you can, you know, take a little break if you need to, not suggesting that you do that, but.
Well, you've seen results from when you work really hard, but you've also seen what happens when you take a step back for a few weeks, for a month. Yeah, we've talked a lot about it.
So I know that like I can just like, for me, it's a shift in mindset. I never really stop working. However, when I'm working and like believe in it and treat it like a business, it blows up for me. So I guess that's the thing for me is, you know, when I get organized, when I do like, you know, like income producing activities, not just posting on my story, but when I'm actually out there getting it, or, you know, February specifically, it blew up for me. I got like over 30 some customers and I am not a high roller or enroller. So I guess.
And you got a lot of DTs too.
Yeah. And they were pretty good ones. So that was good. But that really only came from, I feel like what changed for me was that it was only from like 2 posts blowing up. However, I've had a lot more people recently now that I have stuck with it for a year instead of just coming in a couple months and quitting. Like now that I have been in it for over a year, I have a lot more people coming out of the woodwork that have been watching that directly come to me when I post something. Like they'll just come straight to my inbox instead of like me having to go out and message them first. So that's been a good reward of like being consistent the whole year. And like people know that I'm taking it seriously. So that does help a lot too.
Do you feel like when you put yourself out there more, like instead of just throwing up a post, but when you actually put yourself out there more, you're seeing more results? Is that something that kind of works for you?
Yeah. So in February, when we got back from conference, I posted on my wall every single day, like not super long posts, but you know, a paragraph or two of like genuine feelings and thoughts for about the first 15 days. And that made a huge difference. I think that's why I got my DTs. That's probably why I got like not just customers, but like they were ordering multiple products. Like they like took it seriously. So
because you were sharing what you personally loved, I think. Yeah. So do you kind of feel like that's what works for you, or what has worked best for you?
Yeah. So I think being more genuine, thoughtful of what I'm putting into the business for sure. And then just like mindset wise, treating it like a business. Like I have this like huge binder going for me right now. And like that, I don't know if it's just like seeing it in front of me helps me do it and be like more organized and just like more productive about it. But yeah, it's just a change in mindset. Like I said, I never really stopped working, but it's very obvious when I am like putting 100% in.
Yeah, I love that. It's like staying organized and staying focused.
Yes.
So good. Yeah. Okay, so what do you want It Works to do for you?
So this has changed a lot recently, and I actually haven't shared this at all really publicly. But my whole life roadmap just took a huge swerve. If you would have talked to me a month ago, I was moving to Kansas in about 5 days, and now I am not. So if you would have asked me a month ago, it was just to be able to make my house payments, to have enough money to pay bills, just the bare minimum. So right now, it's just hopefully I can just build up a savings account to go a different direction. You know, it's been paying my truck payment, so that's been really nice. That's really important to me that that is at least paid for. So now, right, I'm just gonna build up a savings account, maybe pay off some debt, and just go a new direction and come up with what that's gonna be. So, and then
I
obviously
think a big thing for you is you want to buy a ranch or a barn with a facility. I mean, don't sell yourself short. I know that's what you want.
Yeah. So, I mean, that is in the works. So we just have to come up with, the money for that. So the savings account for that. And I mean, long-term wise, once I buy that ranch and facility, I'd like to start my own business there. So, but for right now, savings account to take a new direction. So.
Okay, so to get a bit more specific, because I think this is something that I miss on and a lot of people miss on, how much you want in that savings account in 6 months?
In 6 months. Okay, so I should be diamond by then.
You will be diamond this month. Let's go.
I mean, that's something that I haven't even thought about, but I'd say at least $25,000.
I love that. I think it's good to like have a specific direction to go in. I think when we like leave it vague, it's when maybe it might not happen.
Yeah, that's
and
very
you
fair.
usually are so good about being specific.
Yeah. So let's go 25.
Perfect. All right. Well, you are doing amazing. I'm so proud of you, and I learn a lot from you. So.
Well, thanks. You're the best.
Oh. Okay. Batter up.
All right, Mallory,
remember
are you
who's
ready
next.
for all of us to take a field trip to your ranch? Okay, when that happens.
Anytime. I might have to get some more broke horses, though.
I don't even know what that means, but okay.
Mine are crazy.
Y'all country girls, okay? I don't know what that means. I live in the city with concrete. Okay. I love it. Thank you so much for Are we done? Is Tessa done? I think she is. Was that the last question?
You mean Mallory? Yeah.
Mallory, not Tessa. Tessa's done.
Yeah. We're done.
You guys, it has been a day. Okay, well, I am going to interview Heather. So unmute yourself, Heather.
I'm unmuted.
Okay, you guys, I've known Heather since, I don't even know, like we were like
14.
Yeah. And I still don't know how to say her last name. Nobody else probably does either, but I just call her Heather J because that's who she's always been. Okay, so introduce yourself and tell us how long you were watching and why you joined.
Okay, can everyone hear me? Okay, I'm Heather. I, like Stacy said, I've known her for, my God, like 15, 16 years. I watched her for probably a year and she had no clue, like, in the world. And then one like random Friday, I woke up and I was like, you know what? Like, I don't know, I'm bored. Like, I need some more in my life, right? Like, I have 3 kids and another business and I just thrive on chaos. So I just needed some more. And so I messaged her and I joined. But for, I don't know what, the first like 4 months-ish, I wasn't all in. And what I mean by that is like, I didn't really take it seriously, like 100%. So I didn't follow the success every day. I wasn't post to post, messaging, following up like every single day. Mm-hmm. But when I decided to like go all in, honestly, when I saw Kara, she posted it, like 2 days ago, and it was her first check, and it was like $147. And then like a $20,000 check. And it's stuff like that I would see all the time. That's what kept me going. And then I would see it and I'm like, holy shit, like, excuse my language, but that's what we all can have. And so that's what I keep like pushing for, that life. Because I mean, I have 3 kids. I mean, yeah, I would love to pay off some debt and, you know, do some things, but I want to be like the mom who can just say yes. Oh, you want to go on vacation? Sure. You know what I mean? I don't want to have to worry about money. I don't want to have to worry about bills. And like, I already had a taste of what it was like to work from home because I have my own business doing like design stuff. So I already had that taste, but it's a lot of work and it's a lot of, you know, like on-site stuff. And when I had Lux, who's my youngest, he's 1 now, I realized how obsessed I was with him and I never wanted to leave him. So this was literally perfect because, I mean, my kid can literally sleep on me while I work. I can work in bed. I can work in my car. I can work in my front grass. Like that's, the flexibility is literally what is life-changing for me.
Yeah, I know. And sometimes with those like at home businesses, it's like, it sounds really fun, but it's a lot of work because as soon as you get a ton of orders, you're like, ugh, do I really have to
like I was at one point I was like doing renovations on houses and like on-site work, and I kind of stopped doing a lot of that once he was born because I couldn't leave him with anyone.
But you're like so good at what you do. Okay. So yeah, you guys, I was so surprised when Heather just like messaged me out of the blue. I had no clue who she, like, I knew who she was. Obviously she was one of my friends from high school and we were always just Facebook friends. She had never reached out to me. She's never commented on anything. Like I was taken aback and I was like, okay, I'll send you my link. Like, here you go. I think it was like a $50 deal. And she kind of like, I was just surprised by it, but I've had a lot of people join like that who I had no clue who are watching. So I want to tell you guys that the reason why you have to be consistent and the reason why you have to take quitting off the table is because you don't know whose life you are going to change. Like you don't know who needs this business. You don't know who's watching you secretively. Like there's a ton of people on my team who watched me in secret and then was like, they would like creep out of the woodworks. So if you feel like I haven't signed my rock star yet, or I haven't signed that person who, whatever, like just have faith, trust the process, and know that it's coming. You just have to stay consistent with what this business is doing for you and giving people hope, because truly we're hope givers, you guys. We have to place hope and belief in other people before they can see it for themselves sometimes. Okay, so what is working for you? Because you're like team, you guys, she didn't like, she was going to go to conference and like last minute she had to stay home for like personal reasons. And I was so bummed. And I was so sad that it was going to affect your business, and it didn't. It actually made it blow up. So tell us what's working for you. And yeah.
I was talking to Holly before this call and I was like, it's so ironic that like last month was my biggest month. I double promoted, and I mean, it was my biggest month, but it was also my most busy month I've had in a long time. Like I was slammed with orders with my other business. I'm a homeschool teacher. Hello. My kids are home 24/7 in the middle of trying to sell my house. So I was staging my house and getting everything. Like I literally was out of breath. But it's not an excuse. So like there are some days that I get 2 hours of sleep, 3 hours of sleep. And yeah, that sucks. But like you have to sacrifice some things to win. And I mean, you do. So, I mean, if you pay attention to my stories or my posts, sometimes I'm putting my stories up at 2, 3 in the morning so that they'll roll the next day, but I make sure that they're up there. And the other thing that's huge is results. Huge. Like if you are not taking these products to be able to speak about them genuinely, you're never going to win. Like you just aren't, because if you cannot genuinely share your experience, you're missing out on a ton. It's like a lottery. Seriously. Like I post my result pictures all the time, and I make sure that I put on there that I lost 60 plus pounds of baby weight, because then I'm targeting all the moms, because if you've had a baby, you know, like you want to feel your best after that. You know, obviously your body's different, but that is huge. People message me all the time, like, holy crap, what did you use? And that's been huge from the beginning, because even like I'll do host to post, and then people will go on, they'll stalk my page and they'll see those pictures and it's huge. I mean, I was just talking to a lady yesterday, and Stacey said about being a hope giver, and she I don't even know who this lady was, and she saw my pictures and she messaged me because she's a mom of 3 and she had twins and she had a C-section and she hates her body, and she saw my pictures and she said it gave her hope. Literally. I don't even know who this lady was, and she started pouring into me, and she's gonna order. So, and I mean, she's a stranger, just someone I added on Facebook. And that's another thing, adding people. I went from like, I don't know, like 1,500 friends to I'm at almost 5,000 in like the last 2 months. And that is literally just from host to post, because I stopped adding random people. Like I would try to target my audience. So I would go on groups on like Marketplace for like moms or like just my design stuff. I mean, just targeting my audience. But I stopped because I'm getting so many people off of host to post. But another thing that I think is super important, and I tell my girls this all the time, post your business stuff, but like make sure you're posting stuff about your life too. And I try to incorporate a lot of my like design stuff on my page, which blows my page up. I mean, when I was posting stuff about my house, when I staged it, I had like hundreds of comments from people I don't even know, but that just, it creates the algorithm on your page. So if my stuff is down, I'll start posting some design stuff or some videos of my house or something, you know, anything that's like a hobby to you that you're passionate about, weave that in with your business stuff, because people go and they scroll through. I mean, I have people comment on posts from a month ago, and I'm like, holy crap, that means they skimmed through my whole page to get to that. So they saw everything that I still had on there.
I love it. I think that's so good. Growing your network, sharing your results, getting your own results, you guys. And that's why running that ADBV, and if you can't afford to run the ADBV, then you better be signing some loyal customers so you can get those product rewards, because every 2 loyal customers you guys sign, even if you are placing them on people who are on your team's account, you get 2 product rewards, which if you don't know what those are, we can refund those or redeem those for Katie, correct me if I'm wrong, for Skinny Brew, chocolate greens, the wraps, the facial wraps, and keto energy. So you have plenty of options, and I think keto coffee too. Is it keto coffee too? There, it used to just be wraps, you guys, and now we have all these things. So if you can't take a product, find something that'll work for you. Like right now, I'm 8 months pregnant, you guys, so I can't do everything, but my skin is like the best it's ever been in a pregnancy. And it's because of our skincare. Okay, so you're selling your house, you have this other business that is flourishing, you have 3 kids. Where are you going with the business? Like ultimately, give me your like 6 months, year, and 5-year plan.
Well, ultimately where I'm going is where Cheyenne Knox and Jade Hooper are.
I love it.
Heinzler, like those are the 3 people I focus my like attention on. And when I'm cleaning, or if I'm in the car, or any like downtime, like I'll literally put my earphones in and just listen to like Jade Hooper's podcast, or Cheyenne Knox always posts like good little stories. Kara's always got gold on her page. Tune into those people. If you're losing hope and you feel like quitting, not quitting off the table, because you can be where those people are. You just have to do the work. You can't wake up one day and think that you're going to have a $20,000 check if you're not doing the work.
Mm-hmm.
And the work is not hard. It's just, you got to invest the time. And whether it's an hour in the morning and 20 minutes with lunch, and then 5 minutes here and 5 minutes there. I mean, let's be real. My life is chaos. Obviously, I thrive off the chaos. So, I mean, all the nooks and crannies of my day is when I work. I don't sit down from 9 to 5 and work this business. I just do it in the nooks and crannies. But short term, I want to pay off debt. I don't have that much, surprisingly. I was pretty surprised when I brought that up the other day. But long term, I want to be able to have like an oh shit fund, you know, like money set aside in case stuff happens. Because if you know my life at all in the last 5 years, like I've had every odd against me in the book. So it would be nice to have that money set aside. I also want to buy a car cash. I don't want to have a car payment. When my house sells, I plan on renting somewhere for a year, because it's not really a buyer's market here right now. There's not much, but when I do buy a house, I want to put like half down or 20% down or something, you know, because it's possible. And when you give yourself those goals that seem like someone would look at you and be like, you're crazy, it's so possible. Are you kidding? $20,000 check a month. What would you do with a $20,000 check a month? People buy cars for $20,000. You know what I mean? So I guess my best advice is just not to give up. Keep your eye on like the dollar sign. I mean, it sounds horrible, but like when you're down on yourself, go look at Kara's stuff she posts. $100, $147 check to $20,000. She's been in the business, what, 4 years, Stacy?
5.
5. And she has 4 kids. Her husband works pretty close to home. I mean, she does it.
I love it. I love it. You guys, there is a post. If you go on That's a Wrap, you guys, That's a Wrap is like a serious resource that you guys can use. But if you go on That's a Wrap and you click on the search bar at the top and you click and you just type in top leaders, there's going to be a post that I posted. So look for Stacy Crown. And I actually put together like a whole list of my teams and like my personal favorites. And a lot of them are everybody's, but there's literally like 30 people there. And you can go and click see first. Find some people you relate with. Kara's biggest advice, you guys, is to surround yourself with 5 people that you want to be like. So maybe that is, maybe you want to be a double diamond and you reach out to me or Morgan. Maybe you want to go triple. You're reaching out to Brooke daily, or, hey, what do I need to go to triple? Like, what do you need? Because I'll tell you what, when you first start this business, you can be successful and go Ruby with 30 minutes to 60 minutes a day. But now I work the business as a double diamond. Today I saw my paycheck and I just looked at my husband and I said, I can't believe that there's so many people out there struggling and I get to make a paycheck like this. We get to bring in this kind of income from my phone and during such a time like this. And maybe that's where you're at. And maybe you're home now. Maybe you have been praying like, I want to work from home, but you have all of these distractions like Heather does. She's homeschooling. She's selling her house. She's doing all these things. Set aside time, just like she said, to work the business. Like I literally, my office hours, you guys, don't start until about 8 o'clock. I do piddly things throughout the day. I'm getting, my team set. I'm answering questions. I'm doing what I can. But literally like once 8 o'clock starts and my kids are in bed, it's mama time. And I just messaged Brooke a little bit earlier and I was like, okay, cool. I got 8 post up in 10 minutes. Like that's all you need to be successful is literally like a half hour. I don't watch TV. I sit in silence and I love it because I'm not hearing anybody say mom, but like maybe your thing is putting on your show and working your business. You have to find your groove. So if maybe you're in a spot, like Heather said, take quitting off the table, follow some people, and do the damn thing. You can't expect results if you're not willing to put in the work, right? You can't expect to lose that 20 pounds if you don't want to take that TFX and drink the coffee every single day. Consistency is key with the products, and it's key in the business. I love it, Heather.
The thing that kind of hit home for me today, too, was that Emerald chat that you had started. And Brooke wrote on there that when you become an Emerald, you're in the top 1.49% of the company, and when you're a diamond, you're in the top 1%. So does that go to show how many people join this company and just are okay being a distributor, making 50 to 80 whatever dollars a month? I mean, right? Or is it a million diamonds?
I don't know if we're going to touch on this, but Mark had a diamond and up call yesterday, and he goes, why do you think that it's shaped like a pyramid? Because there's a lot of people down here. Everybody thinks it's a pyramid scheme, but it's not. It's shaped like a pyramid because there's so many people who start here, have big hopes and dreams, but they're not willing to do the things to get to the top. They're not willing to do the work. They're not willing to put in the hours. And they listen to those fears, those lies, those things that hold them back. And they listen to them and they either stop or it gets hard and they stop. And that's coming from somebody who was a quitter. Guys, this is my second account. This is my second time here. I had to start over. And build from the beginning. So you have to just put those excuses away if that's where you want to go. And you have to take a time limit off. If Heather doesn't go diamond this month, if Emily doesn't go diamond this month, if Mallory or Tessa doesn't get diamond, write in the chat if you're going to quit. No, they're going to keep going because guess what? It might not happen this month, I've been trying to go triple for a year. Have I stopped? No, I haven't. And that's the difference between me and a lot of other people. So just keep that in mind. We're going to stop talking, Heather, because I think we could just keep talking. But I know it is Katie and Jenna's turn, and we cannot wait to hear how Jenna is just blowing it up. So thank you for pouring into us, Heather.
Thanks, Ace.
Hey, Jenna, can you unmute yourself? I think you're good now. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. So, you are like just hot in the business. You joined what, February, beginning of February?
February 1st.
February 1st. Okay. So, tell everyone like how long you watched before you joined and like what was it that finally made you like decide like, okay, I'm ready to do this.
I was watching Kara for about 6 months. I had started my own home decor blog that I was going to hope to take me, high and mighty with my blog. But all I ended up with that was a bunch of free organic juice boxes in my basement. I was like, oh, this is great. I'm doing all this work. I'm posting all these products, but I have no place to put all these juice boxes. So I was watching Kara because her account was amazing. She had so much engagement. She just had people really responding. I love following her with her kids. I was like, she's living my dream life. But I really wanted to see what she was doing to get those followers, get that engagement, to try and help build my home decor blog. Then I saw, after she had Lola, how amazing she looked, how quickly the weight was coming off with these products. And I was like, well, wait a second. I'm a mom. I have 3 kids. I could also use these products. So 2 months, I would say, going back and forth with Kara, I finally bit the bullet and decided, you know what? I want the discount on the coffee, and instead of having juice boxes, maybe I'll get a paycheck.
I love that. Did